In today's video, I'm going over the top 7 compound lifts for strength, a full form tutorial of each exercise. In this video, I won't cover why each exercise is amazing and what muscles you're working. Check out last week's video. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to know more about each exercise. And before we dive right in, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I release new videos every single week. Leave your questions in the comments below. I'm happy to help, and of course, give this video a like if you enjoy the content. Okay, the first and one of the best compound exercises we're going to touch base on is the barbell back squat. Here are the main form points you want to hit when setting yourself up to do a barbell back squat. The bar is resting comfortably on your shoulders with your neck in a neutral position, feet just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. As you drop down into your squat, you want to make sure your weight is into your heels, not your toes, and you want to make sure you keep a neutral spine. So we don't want your butt sticking out, we don't want an arch in your lower back, we want to keep a nice, neutral, straight spine. Before lowering down into your squat, make sure you brace your core and go down until your legs are about parallel to the floor or a little bit lower. When coming back up from your squat, you want to drive your heels down into the ground, keep your body weight in those heels, and squeeze your glutes to push you all the way back up. Watch your knee alignment throughout the entire squat and make sure your knees are not caving inwards on the way down or the way up. Most importantly, select a weight where you are able to perform proper form and build yourself up from there. When you are done your set, walk the barbell back forward and place it back on the rack. The second compound exercise we're going to touch base on here is the barbell deadlift. One of my favorites again. A few key form points in the barbell deadlift is making sure the bar is nice and close to your shins. You can do a double overhand grip, a double underhand grip. I'm here doing a mixed grip. Make sure your back and neck are both in a neutral position and you are hinged from the hips so you feel a little bit of a tension through your hamstrings before you lift. When it's time to lift the bar up, make sure you're driving your heels down into the ground, locking your elbows straight, and pulling that bar as close to your body as you can until you are at the top, then lower the bar right back down. There are many different variations of deadlifts. I just showed you what I call a conventional deadlift. Here I'm showing you a sumo deadlift where the feet are a little bit wider apart, toes pointing out. One last tip, always brace your core right before you lift to protect your lower back. And try to lift in either flat shoes, barefoot, or with socks for a more stable connection to the ground and a better movement pattern. But in my opinion, one of the most important form cues of the deadlift is the hip hinge to really feel your glutes and hamstrings firing. Next compound lift, let's talk about the barbell bench press. Here are the main form cues you want to watch for when doing this exercise. When getting yourself set up in a barbell bench press, you want to make sure your wrists are just a little bit wider than shoulder width, so when you lower the bar down, your wrists are right on top of your elbows. Make sure your eyes are right underneath the barbell so that when you lift it off the rack, it's going to be right above your chest. Your feet should stay on the ground behind or beneath your knees, pressing your feet into the floor as you lift the bar to create tension in your hamstrings and glutes. Your head, shoulders, and hips should all stay on the bench throughout the entire lift, and your shoulders should be retracted firmly against the bench to create a solid foundation. If you're working out on your own, just make sure you're using a weight that you can lift comfortably without worry, and if you're going heavier, just make sure you've got a spotter around to help you out. Next compound exercise, bodyweight pull-ups or chin-ups. Don't worry, if you can't do unassisted, I'm going to show you some ways you can still get benefit from this exercise. Here I'm performing an unassisted chin-up. So my wrists are both facing towards my body and my wrists are about shoulder width apart. My core is locked nice and straight. I'm not dangling or swinging through my legs. My upper traps are retracted and I am working on getting as low as I can. Here I'm performing a pull-up, so overhand grip, hands a bit wider than shoulder width, but still the exact same form. Trying my best not to arch my back when I'm at the bottom. These are a little bit harder, so I might be arching a little bit because I struggle with these a bit more, but core is nice and tight, legs are straight. But hey, don't worry, if you can't do unassisted chin-ups, try these negatives, or what we call eccentric training. So you're gonna climb yourself up so your head's above the bar, still using the exact same form. Core is tight, legs are locked straight, no arch in my lower back. My shoulders are away from my ears, and I'm lowering myself down using my upper back muscles, biceps, and core. And these will help you get stronger at your chin-ups and pull-ups. You can also try band-assisted pull-ups or chin-ups. Exact same form, legs are locked straight, shoulders away from your ears, core nice and tight and not swinging. All of these are great exercises. Okay, next compound exercise we're gonna go over the form for, barbell overhead press. When setting yourself up to perform the barbell overhead press, you wanna make sure your wrists are about shoulder width apart, and mobile wrists are way better in this exercise so that you're able to extend your wrists back towards your body. A lot of people struggle with this one. At the start of each lift, focus on squeezing your shoulder blades together to get the most power, and tilt your chin back just a little bit so you don't knock yourself in the chin with the bar. You want to have your feet about shoulder width apart and a slight bend in your knee so your legs aren't locked completely straight. Make sure your core is engaged and nice and tight so when you press that bar overhead to full extension, you don't get a huge arch in your lower back. Again, always choose a weight that you can lift comfortably over your head with good form and continue to build on that weight as you get stronger. Only 2 left, guys, but these 2 are very important and not to be forgotten. Let's talk about the barbell bent over row. Here are the main form tips. You want to stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, bend your knees, and then leaning forward from the waist. Your knee should be bent just a little bit, but your back is going to stay straight and your neck is in line with your spine. So everything is nice and straight. You're going to grab the bar with your hands in an overhand grip. Here I'm performing a variation of a bent over row where I'm doing a reverse grip, but traditionally you want to start with an overhand grip. As you're pulling the bar towards your sternum, you want to think pulling your elbows backwards and activating your lats. I'm here performing a variation again where I'm pulling the bar more to my lower abdominals, which just gets a little bit more lower and mid trap activation. If you're just starting out, start in an overhand grip and you're going to pull more towards your sternum as opposed to your lower abdominals. If you guys want a video of that, just let me know in the comments and I can create a quick video for you to show you how that one's done. And as always, pick a weight that you can perform with good form. You should be able to hold this contraction at the top for 1 to 2 seconds to really feel that muscle activation. If you can't do that, the weight's probably too heavy for you. Okay, last but certainly not least, a dumbbell carry, also known as a farmer carry. This is a great full body exercise for building total body strength and cardio. So when you're performing this exercise, you're gonna hold 2 heavy dumbbells at your sides and what I call think straight, walk straight. This is gonna help you build your grip strength to get stronger in all of the other compound lifts. You wanna make sure you're walking forward, core is nice and tight, glutes are tight, shoulders are away from your ears and retracted. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together to ensure you're walking with proper posture and squeeze your glutes to really prevent rocking through the hips. Again, choose a weight that you can comfortably deadlift off the floor and walk with for a given distance. Continue to perform this exercise and watch the magic happen. Okay, so there you go, some proper form tips for the top 7 compound lifts you should be doing on a regular basis. Remember, check out the other video I put up from last week talking all about why you want to be doing these exercises on a regular basis to blast body fat and get stronger. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and of course, leave me your comments and questions below. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. Have a great day, happy lifting, and I will see you in the next one.